Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. My name's Amber Jean and welcome to the live. Today we're going to do an Emerson yoga reset, just another 10-minute practice to get you moving based in Ashtanga, rocket, cross training, and meditation. So we're going to start in a seated position today. And we're going to bring our legs out in front of us. And we're going to use a bolster. So if you have a bolster or pillow, you're going to put that on your lap here. And inhale, raise the arms. Draw in your navel. Exhale, reach for your feet. Good. So hold this pose for about, a minute or so. This will just get you breathing and give you a feel for where you're noticing the stretch today. What I like about the bolster is it's keeping me out of my edge, which is creating more space in my lower vertebrae. Stay with it. See if you can stay with it just for a couple more breaths or minutes. Notice the flexion in the feet. This is really important. We want those toes up and back, activating the feet. And also with this bolster on my thighs like this, when I lift my tummy up and over, I'm putting a downward pressure on my legs. And this is creating a flexion in the hamstrings, okay? Good, so we're gonna inhale and release. Wow, that just felt great. I just felt so much space being created in my lower back after sleeping. So, it's all about keeping yoga therapeutic. Go ahead and come into a cross-legged position. Take your arms out in front of you. Take your right arm underneath your left. This is an eagle arm, and this is gonna open up your shoulder blades. Gently lift the elbows. Keep your head down. Good. So we're starting today with movements that open the spine. Take your left arm underneath, wrap the arms up, raise the elbows. And I'm also starting to wake up my core, my Uddiyana Bandha. So that's the abdomen pulling in and back. Okay. Left arm underneath. Good. You want to work to find a clear space to practice yoga in. A place that could possibly be inspiring for you. Today I am practicing in front of my altar where I lit my onyx candle in honor of my grandson, baby Onyx. And I also lit a nice incense to clear the energy in the room. So these are some of the rituals that we practice when we get into yoga. Okay. All right, so, if you have blocks, every practice that I have, pretty much, I like to work on my lift ups because it's one of the most challenging aspects of Ashtanga and Rocket. So I'm gonna have my blocks here and from seated. And so we're gonna start with a boat Navasana. So I'm gonna lean back a little, tuck my knees, really focus on that lift in your chest, okay? Lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the chest. Gazes at the toes, classical position. The legs are straight, arms extend. So Emerson is being educated on classical poses, and then know when we're varying it. So if we bend the knees, this is a modification. So this will really fire up your core. I would prefer that you bend your knees when you first start your practice today because it's going to be a little more therapeutic for your back. Okay, we have the blocks here. So starting at the front of our mat, cross the ankles, squeeze your legs in, bring your hands on the blocks, lean forward for the lift up and inhale. Good, and then as I lower, notice my feet are going underneath my body. This becomes really important for a lot of more advanced traditions. So this is called the ear dangling lolasana. Okay, move those blocks, take the hands down, step back to plank. Energize your plank, exhale, squeeze the elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, roll the toes back, open through your heart, look up. Exhale, raise the hips into down dog. Take 5 breaths here. Good, and then we're gazing between the hands. And go ahead and take your hands back a little bit. If you can, bend the knees, cross the ankles, and sit on the hands, okay? And then you can extend the legs forward. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the arms up, and let's just go into a more classical forward fold, grabbing the big toes. Inhale, look up. This is where you kind of want to ground the backs of the legs and exhale, reach forward. Now this is classical Ashtanga, is when we are staring, our drishti is the toes. Elbows roll out to the sides. Good, so once you've been practicing yoga for a very long time, which I consider myself practicing a long time, is 26 years, you want to make sure your body craves the therapeutic aspects of the practice more than the most fancy tricks or variations, okay? Reach for the sides of the feet, inhale, gaze up. And then go a little deeper. So now I'm going to fold my head down. This is more of a rocket variation. And inhale, bring the arms up. Good, so we're gonna come back onto the hands and spread the fingers. And instead of going up with straight legs, I'm gonna modify it this morning and take my feet flat and raise up into a tabletop. Good, open through your chest, lift through the pelvis. Strengthen your feet by coming up onto the tippy toes. So I'm going for strength and steadiness this morning. I'm gently squeezing my thighs in towards each other. And exhale, lower down. Good. So when I came up there, I noticed the opening right on my heart, and I took a really deep breath there. So that felt good. Okay, let's work on that lift up again. Starting at the front of your mat, working on the boat, Navasana. Lift your chest. Cross the ankles, knees as close together as you can get them, okay? Hug in, hands down, ready, lift. And this is how I keep my strength on a day-to-day basis. Take your hands down, jump back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. Just kind of testing out some weight in the hands. Good, and then go ahead and sit down, okay? All right, hip warm up. We're gonna go into a roll back. So reach for your toes, roll back. Always incorporating abdominals. And then stretching. Good. So we're gonna fold the feet in and we're gonna cross that right foot over like a half or I call it figure four. Go ahead and grab that left thigh, flex the feet. Good, hopefully you can hear my breath today, and basically we are following similar to the kind of the beginnings of primary series in Seated or modified primary, but we're adding in lots of different modifications, strength training, and variations. And we're gonna go ahead and inhale up, and we're gonna keep this right foot prepared for half lotus. The knees come pretty close together, classically. And I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna grab my right big toe. Then I'm gonna frame and inhale and exhale over. Again, we're working to lengthen forward, opening the back. And inhale, come up. Good, and so if you have your blocks handy, what's nice is you can work on lift ups with half lotus. Hands come down and we lift. Okay, whew. That'll get you. Exhale, come down, switch sides. Take this left foot, cross it over, grab your right hip. Flex the feet. Good. So these little mini practices are great if you're a mom and you're working on your yoga practice and you're multitasking all the time, and you might not have time for a full practice. If you're a student, if you have a full-time job, So this practice is more about accessibility and consistency more than intensity, okay? 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and roll yourself up. I was pulsing a little bit on that side. Take your foot up really, really high. And eventually the toes wrap, okay? So we are still, respecting the tradition and knowing, there's modifications, but this is the classical Ashtanga variation. This is called Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. And inhale, look up. Exhale, over. Inhale up. Exhale, arms down. Okay, so for the other, we're going to do another vinyasa. So go ahead and come out. And again, we'll go a little faster. Navasana. Cross ankles, squeeze. Ready, lift up. So sometimes from here, my tops of my feet are touching. I'll jump back. Now be careful your shoulders. You don't want to go too low. Exhale to down dog. Good. And then this is going to be a little bit more my style. Instead of, if you're a traditional practitioner, instead of Tarayam, we're going to do Supta Virasana. Okay? So, variation 1, you can sit on your feet, widen your knees, lift, lower, lift, lower. Now, what I like about this variation is I can hit some nice pressure points in my lower back with my feet coming into this position. And you can hold your elbows above your head. Good, and then go ahead and use your elbows to come up, and I'll just show you the full variation as you sit between the feet, okay? Now when I'm here, this is the golden spot for me, is to take my thumbs and rub my arches of my feet, okay? So when I'm practicing and doing this, I'm hitting all these amazing pressure points. And really, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to set myself up for having a great day. Wow, I did not realize my arches were that sore. Okay, we're going to inhale, lift, and come back, and come back, and come back, and lift, and come back. Now, you might be like this over time. You might be able to come all the way down. So this is what 26 years of regular yoga practice looks like, is still being able to do Supta Virasana. Good, and then we're going to go ahead and come back up, come back up, come back up. Boop. And those are some of the fun things that you can do. Okay, go ahead, grab your bolster if you have it, and we're gonna complete this little mini session, mini tutorial, the way we started, okay? So we're going to put that here on the legs. Good, and so if anything else, I'm noticing that I'm breathing better. Okay. And let's seal it in with a yoga mudra. Cross the legs. Lace your hands behind your back. Inhale, look up. Bow your head. Rest your arms on your back. And inhale, come up. And we'll chant Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shantahi. Om peace, peace, peace. And thank you for joining the live today. Make sure you hit that like button if you like my videos, subscribe, and also feel free to donate. Check out my links for PayPal and Venmo, and have a wonderful, blessed day.